Welcome back to our series. It's actually the last video in our series on the original run of The Incredible Hulk. This is Incredible Hulk number 6 from March of 1962. Is that what we said?
Mm-hmm.
And we have the Metal Master. We were just looking up, does the Metal Master predate Magneto? And it appears that
he
September.
does.
Was it 63?
63.
So March 63, at least that's the stated publication date. We have the Metal Master who rides around on a yellow sort of rectangle. And he kind of melts the metal. And
he does anything he wants it to do.
It's like the Terminator 2 guy, the liquid metal kind of thing. And then I guess he rehardens it when he wants to make a cage. It's super different than Magneto, who doesn't really alter, like he can take guns apart in the air in the movies, like unscrew things or like, I guess, mess with the
But they don't change form.
But yeah, he's not like using it like Laffy Taffy or something.
Right.
Putty.
It's kind of interesting.
So this is our last of this series. We're gonna switch to a different miniseries or excerpt from a long series. But it's also interesting that the first 5 were drawn by Jack Kirby and with Stan Lee, of course. They switched to Steve Ditko for this very last run because after this, The Incredible Hulk as a title isn't revived until I think we saw 102 was the issue, and that's because it's adapted into half of Tales to Astonish, which usually has like Ant-Man, Giant Man as the other half of the story. And Jack Kirby's on that one, and he looks way different. The Hulk is drawn so much differently, but he has been pretty much every issue in this first 6.
They haven't really nailed him down yet. I mean,
this is one of my favorite versions.
He's finally green.
And, well, spoiler alert, by the end of this one, we still haven't fully committed to the idea that he transforms based on his emotions.
Right. Cause
I was looking ahead, and in Tales to Astonish 60, he doesn't say when he gets angry, but he's like, I've noticed every time I change into the Hulk, it's when I get upset. I'm getting stressed out. But that doesn't happen here.
Well, yeah, and I mean, how long was it before it changed from sundown to sunup? He would be the Hulk, the creature of the night, and then now he's just doing it on his own whim. When he needs to be the Hulk.
I was going to ask you about that. For the first 5, we went from around number 2 or 3, I think it was when he was at nightfall would turn into the Hulk, and when day broke he would turn back.
But then
somewhere along the line he uses that radiation machine.
Right, because remember how he
has a little toe
button.
Doesn't make an appearance in this one. Maybe people were like, quit with the toe button. It's kind of weird. It's like when you wear those shoes with toe outlines in them. Good idea, but it's just a little weird. So, I guess my point is, it's like they were kind of figuring out what to do with the Hulk. Because we've settled into maybe a Monster of the Week kind of thing, because we have the Metal Master, we've had Gargoyle at his first appearance, we've had the Frogmen the next time. I feel like I'm missing 1 or 2, because that doesn't add up to 6. But, the long-term story is his running from Thunderbolt Ross, or is Betty going to find out that Bruce and the Hulk are the same? But that can't really ever be resolved in a satisfying way.
No.
Maybe every few issues there will be a little progress, but maybe 2 steps back to
even in this, there's progress, and Thunderbolt just doesn't want to give up his rage.
One of the most unlikable characters in things we've read is at least this version of Thunderbolt Ross. He's so one-dimensional and just antagonistic. So anyway, why don't we get into it? Even your limitless strength cannot save you from me, Hulk. All the metal on Earth is mine to command, for I am the Metal Master. If the Hulk can't handle the Metal Master, it could mean the end of the human race. A full-length epic super thriller.
It's super thrilling.
I guess, I was just bringing it up because what do you do with the Hulk? If, we have enjoyed decades of Hulk media where they've done different things, and dozens of different people have put their spin on it. But in these early days, you're like, well, he can fight people that might be stronger or more durable than him, and then ultimately he prevails. Or, is this issue going to have a new feat of strength where like, oh, this has never happened with the Hulk? I think this issue, I might be thinking of Tales to Astonish 60, but one of the early ones has, a new definition of the limits of his power. So why don't we jump into it here? The one thing I love about Kirby's, or not Kirby, Ditko's Hulk, he's got this like flat front of his face and then a Frankenstein sort of.
Yeah, he's very
brow.
Frankensteinish.
And this drawing in particular, gosh, this is 1963. This really reminds me of the 90s, maybe late 80s, the Todd McFarlane Hulk. He got some of his earliest work before he got big on Spider-Man, I believe, did Hulk. And he kind of, I think he drew inspiration from Ditko's Hulk in his face especially, and his head design. He's obviously way more muscly because it was the 80s, 90s.
Right. Well, and here we've got more definition in his muscles. He's not just a hulking, kind of slumped over beast. He's got his underpants. This is the first showing of him in just his purple underpants.
I love being able to see two big famous artists on the same title in a similar time period too. So it's like they're working within months of each other, same character, same writer.
But look at how simplified the machinery is in Ditko's versus Jack
A lot of
Kirby's.
abstraction.
Yeah, that Kirby just puts in so much detail.
I love how this reminds me, Banner's like an expert in gamma radiation, but in this early version, they call him the world's foremost expert on rockets or something. And in this one, they can't launch this probe until Banner shows up. Like, what? Like, if he's running late, he didn't design it in a way where other people could use it. Like,
right.
Everyone else is so incompetent. You have to wait for... Where in thunderation is he? That's one thing about Thunderbolt Ross. He says weird words sometimes.
He's the Yosemite Sam of the Hulk universe. Just hear him get blasted. Thunderation.
Rick Jones is here. He's looking like he could be in like a rockabilly band or something. So, of course, nobody puts it together that Bruce is the Hulk. So they're all like, I'd slap him behind bars. He's so extreme.
Yes.
Lucky for him, he's a civilian. That was one thing I was like, so he works for you, but he's not enlisted. So you're not allowed to punish him. Is that what he's saying? Like, I don't think that makes any sense.
No.
I think you'd be able to fire him.
And Betty still, the Hulk's been seen. I hope Bruce is okay.
We're all still wondering why she even likes Bruce, because they haven't really given them much time to interact or have like a meet cute or anything like that. That's a meet cute. And also, Hulk is speaking very fluently.
More fluently than he ever has so far.
Yeah. And so he has not been able to turn back, and he's trying to get back to his underground lab. But the army's like on patrol. He can't go around them. We've established he can jump like enormous distances. But his solution is like, if I jump low and fast, they won't even see me. I'll be going so fast. And it doesn't work. He buzzes these jets and they nearly crash into him. He does he can control his trajectory and like swoop and turn like Mario midair.
That's crazy.
So they're going to come confront him, and this is funny. He's like, they're going to find me behind this rock. I better fight them. And I only, they've been hounding me. If they come any closer, they're going to get what's coming to them. And wee-oo, I guess it's lunchtime. They got to call the army back. They say, it's an emergency alert, condition red. It means we got to go back to the base on the double. It's like, well, I think if you were about to kill the Hulk, I think Thunderbolt Ross would understand. Just like, use your radio to say, actually, we got to do this.
Yeah, you'd make his day.
Lucky for them, I guess. He
slinks back in his cave.
Yeah, he's all slunched over. He looks like a Bigfoot or something with that posture. He's got Tex neck.
Oh, there he is. So, there's the toe controls.
Oh, I didn't notice in my first reading. That's why you got to read comics more than once, is you'll know. He's got his big toe flexing over to that button. I hate having to become that weakling Banner all the time.
Oh, no. At least he realizes, that he's not just this animal, this beast that he turns into. He's got some of Banner's thought process.
Yeah, he's like can't let him go, even though he rips on him. He realizes the necessity of being both versions of himself. That's one thing that's interesting about all the variations of Hulk over the years. Like I was saying, you can do Monster of the Week and just have like a different thing he interacts with. You can kind of mess with the transformation, like different things are making him transform, or as we'll see here, he's transforming for at least like a different amount of time each time, or
Right.
they suggest here that like every time he uses the machine it's more painful, so it's taking a toll on him long term. Or as we'll see, maybe not all of him changes
Right.
when he goes to transform. This is a weird detail. They give him like the shadow of a six-pack and he's like, I'm more powerful, but it wears off right away.
Like instantly, yeah. It's like, oh, I feel great.
His
Oh.
goat just starts popping out all of a sudden. Oh, guess it all went away.
Oh,
This is a great
man.
panel, though. The
Yeah, it is.
simulation of light.
Yeah, it is. He did a great job on this one. So,
So what stirs Banner from his rest after finally turning back? This melted probe. It's his space probe rocket. It's dissolving in front of his eyes. That's I like how his Hulk hideout has gone from being like a big slab that you have to, it's like a bank vault kind of thing,
Right.
where you have the ramrod to like put it in place.
keep
Now
him
it's got a
in.
recliner and a big futuristic Jetsons TV and all this stuff. Rick's got some video games hooked up.
oh
I guess it'd be too
no.
early for those.
And
All
why
the
is
goopy metal in this issue.
right? And why is Rick hanging out with the military?
Right, he's not enlisted. They touch on that later
And
on.
he's a
of, like,
teenager.
he's a teen hyphenager, yeah. So we get this Yul Brenner looking guy. I am the Metal Master.
Yeah, you are.
And I guess his backstory is he comes from a different planet and they banished him because he's too evil. And as you can see in this very scientific diagram of atoms, so atoms are two types of circles. We've got medium and small. They're in a
Blue,
larger
gray,
sort of
white.
circle. And if you zap them with a lightning bolt zigzag, it'll melt them. Or make them turn to dust or something. He can make them fly apart, adhere together. He can do anything with the molecules of metal.
And interesting how everyone on his planet used to just make art.
I thought that was interesting too. He talks about the sculptors. On the planet Astra, our sculptors make magnificent statues of metal, forming them, shaping them by their mental commands alone. So does everybody on his planet have this power, or is it just the artisans?
Well,
and he went rogue.
I took it like
I thought
everybody
could do
had it, and then he was just like, I want to be the master of all. And they're like, nope, you're out.
Which begs the question, like, well, you don't have any powers on that planet, basically. Because if everybody on the planet
everybody
has
has
that
the power.
like, it's not really going to allow you, it's not going to give you a leg up on conquering
Right,
the world.
good point.
So it's almost to his advantage that he got exiled. So he was sentenced to external exile, not
That's-
internal exile.
Yeah, that's
They sent him into the Earth's core, so Astra's core. But yeah, he says, of all the Astrans, only I was judged a criminal. Well, it's because you wanted to
Come
take everything
on.
over
he's
instead
probably
of making
walking
sculptures.
around, I hate you, I want to conquer you. And they're all like, oh my
It
gosh.
was probably like Hitler. He was in art class, and people didn't think he was good
Yeah,
at sculpting.
right.
I'll show you.
I'll conquer you.
So it's like they exile him away, but he's got controls. So like
Right.
they're just making him somebody else's problem, our planet's problem. And so that's why he deserves to rule the Earth. He's nutty as a fruitcake, is what Thunderbolt says. It's like, how many times do I have to show you, old man? He's melting people's
Oh.
caps and their guns. And
So I immediately thought, well, is it hot? Does he make it hot? Or does he just
he makes the
melt?
molecules hot. Those little circles we saw become hot. They get little flame lines on them.
That's
He's melting the tank into
torturous.
gray goo.
Everything turns into gray goo.
You can reform it as some kind of encircling trap. I think it would still be hot. Metal
You'd
really
think he'd
conducts heat.
Make
you
it
know?
go over thunder.
And what if
Thunderbolt's
you
mouth.
Yeah, that's what I would do. Maybe make it go through his head. But what kind of metals? Because metals are made of different alloys and different things, different elements. So like, is it
Right.
just anything metallic?
Well, and they don't mention like anything magnetic, anything. It's just
Yeah.
so. Does he have the same amount of control over iron that he does over tin, over
Mhm.
lead, over, you
Because
know?
ferrous metals are the magnetic ones. So, but he's not really doing magnetism.
No, he's not doing magnetism because
Okay.
that was the
But
frogs.
gosh, just from looking at their character designs, even though old Magneto's a little derpy looking, he's pales in comparison to Magneto.
He
as a
looks like
character.
Flash Gordon. Who is the Baron?
I never really saw that. Or I don't
bad
remember
guy
it.
on Flash. Oh, I recommend Flash Gordon to everybody. It's a great movie.
I like that he can do all these impressive things with metal, and the way he chooses to travel to every country individually to show them his metal powers is to reshape some of the metal into a little square.
On the platform,
and just
right?
hover around. He could make like a cool jet or something. Or why doesn't he go back in his spaceship? Isn't that a more efficient way to
Right.
travel?
Or make a chair or something. Yeah. Make a dragon out of metal. That would
He's
be
not
impressive.
a creative villain.
He's not a creative
So
artist.
what about a square? Dragons are cool, but so Thunderbolt launches some rockets, and he's like, "What do you not get about my powers?"
Oh my god.
Launches the rocket back at him. Rick's squinting, and he's saying, "If I could just get the Hulk in time." And
Oh, no.
he's like, "Stay back, I'm changing." He walked in on Hulk in the bathroom,
Oh.
and this is the goofiest part of the darn book. "What are you staring at, Brad?" He's talking a lot like the Thing.
It's weird to see Bruce's face talk like the Hulk. It's creepy.
Right? Your body is the Hulk's, but your face. Something went wrong. I got Banner's milk sop face.
It's not
You
just...
can't go out like that. It would give your identity away. And so what does he do? They create this. I have to give him credit. It's a very creative problem of like, what if all of them didn't change? Like, what if it just went wrong, you know? Like
Right.
most things in life, sometimes it just doesn't work right or something went wrong. And just his face is normal. And then they create this such a novel scenario. And then the next panel, like, oh, well, he has a bunch of Hulk masks.
Right. Like
Photorealistic forms that
he took plaster cast.
Stop.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly. Well, he made a lot of plaster casts and molds and models of his face and mine in order to study him. So not only is he's a gamma expert, a rocket expert, he's an expert in like taking forms and
Oh, yeah.
he's a resourceful guy.
Oh, he's always working.
I would love if it just didn't fit quite right. So it's all baggy on his face.
Ew.
It kind of looks baggy.
It
and
is.
The greens don't really match.
And his lips are pink. So, yeah. Rick looks... Oh, there we go.
I like that he mentions the Human Torch there. I can't fly like a blasted Human Torch. It's
Good point, yeah. But I like how they're introducing his... acknowledging that his legs are super strong. So, that
this
gives
is a
him...
great action shot of the whole
Yeah.
compression of his legs.
Yeah.
It almost would have been better if the editors would have made every panel, cropped it so every
Oh.
individual one as your just a picky thing, but he does this
That would
little
have been
spring
cool.
up.
And then,
Why'd you do that at the
way
beginning
into
of the
the air.
issue when you're trying to get around all those jets?
Right?
So I like his hair. His individual hair follicles are flying up behind him. He
So he
confronts the
finds
Metal
him.
Master.
Finds him by the metal scrap heap.
Almost looks like he's grabbing his leg
Oh,
with
it
the
does.
depth perception there. He's got to prove to Hulk, I'm not some milksop like Banner.
So he is impressed with the
Yeah.
Hulk. He receives.
Bam! Nothing's unbreakable to the Hulk, baby.
I
Long
know,
minute.
that was
I love
weird.
this expression. He looks so beaten down. He looks
Yeah.
he looks tired. He's like, leave me alone. For long minutes, the uncanny battle continues as the Metal Master keeps the rampaging Hulk at bay with a barrage of heavy flying objects, wearing down his mighty foe slowly but surely.
And then Hulk just picks it up.
Don't call me Shirley.
That's
That's a great expression.
a good, yes. Team up. So that's interesting that the
That
guy.
might be the first time. Gosh, you'd think I'd remember all 5 issues we read before this, but is this the first time that the
Yes.
Hulk has turned against humanity.
Well, no.
Well, because of another villain saying like, "Hey, what have they ever done for you?" Like he's
Yeah.
obviously been against the army and stuff and rampaged in a town, but like I think this is the first time where a villain has been like, "Why don't
Yeah.
you just be a villain like me?"
Because when the
gargoyle.
the gargoyle, he like crumpled right away and just said,
Well, the
"Oh,
gargoyle
if you could
wanted-
heal me."
Exactly, yeah. And then they turned against Russia or the USSR. And then
Right.
the Toadman, he got framed for the Toadman, but he didn't truly, I don't think they reached out to him and be like, "Do you want to be a Toadman?" Like,
No,
honorary
no.
one? You're green already. The other thing I was wondering, this is 63, and what, Fantastic Four #1 was 61, I believe. Have they met yet? I remember reading the first encounter of the Hulk
Good
in the
question.
Fantastic Four. It's got that great cover where you've got two hallways in a cave, and around one corner is the Hulk pressed up against the wall, and then you see the Fantastic
Yeah.
Four coming down the other corridor. So I'm not sure. I think it would have been by now, 63, that happened. It was in the early teens issues, I think.
Yeah.
So he's like, all the humanity, they treat me like a damn animal anyway. Maybe I could do it. But nah, forget it. I don't need anybody. So he considers it, and he's like,
Nah, I don't even need you.
Hulk not smash. Like, Hulk smash. Metal Master doesn't smash.
Yeah, right.
He says, so be it. So Hulk was thinking real hard, and he was distracted. He's almost got a soul, like a shoe
yeah.
sole for a foot in that, or a Grinch foot.
Oh,
knocked
poor
out.
guy.
So we've also established that Hulk can be rendered unconscious, but not necessarily turned back into Banner right away.
Right. Well, in this case, his body would have turned, but the mask would have kept him green on his face.
That'd be funny. His body turns to normal and his face turns green when he gets knocked out. That would be funny. Like, who's this guy with the Hulk head?
Right.
This is a very Spider-Man moment where, is he going to get unmasked? Well, and they even get like,
Oh.
in the split second, you can see the crinkles on the mask. What's it going to be? What's under the Hulk mask? Another Hulk! Hey, who was Hulk? It was Hulk the whole time. It's like, it's too much for us.
Oh, that's great.
I thought they were going to come up with some, Rick would show up at the last second and distract him, or, I was wondering what the Deus Ex Machina would be, but no, he was just already Hulk under there, Hulk wearing a Hulk mask. A little less ridiculous than him dressing like a Yeti in the last issue.
Very much less.
Who was that villain anyway? It was that he was invading that. It wasn't even a fictional country. It was an Asian country.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we're back at HQ. I do like this detail. In Thunderbolt Squad, you get a little armband, like a patch with a rocket on it. If you work for him. It's good for morale. This isn't cool. They've got him all strung up.
That looks like the sad point in the movie where you see him like tied up like that and being lowered by
It's
a
like the
helicopter.
King Kong moment where,
Yes.
he's rampaging, but then once they subdue him, you're like, I kind of feel bad for him.
Yeah.
He's just confused.
He's really
like
a
Mighty
good
Joe
guy.
Young or something
Oh
like
my
that.
gosh, yes. And Rick looks like he's up to something there.
He's got a Spider-Man costume under his blazer.
He goes to see
he
him.
goes to help him, and Hulk's like, "You're the reason I got screwed over." It wouldn't be a original
man.
Hulk series if he didn't threaten to kill Rick.
Exactly. Oh, that's an intense panel.
I know. Ditko really, or at least the inker, the eyes are so dark on this Hulk. He's got his eyeshadow on.
And Rick cries.
I know, he sheds one tear.
Aww.
And this is kind of a feat of strength for Hulk of like, I guess we've established earlier on when he was in that little sea cave with the plunger that,
right.
It was like issues 3 or 4, I think, that I guess there are some cages that are too tough. He bangs on it all night and he can't get out. But not the case here. We have this stone wall which slowly begins to crumble. So you've got to really pick your cages for this guy.
Well, he's agitated more, too. Like, you wonder if Rick, when putting him into the underground cave, if he, like, settles him down and calms him down, gives him a kitten.
Some sleepy time, tea, reads him a story.
And then puts him in there. But here, he's already, kind of wild with anger at Rick, so Now he's like, I'm gonna get out. When I get out, everybody's gonna pay.
That's a good point. I love how he cries and he's like, how do I sign up for the army? He's like, you're too young. You're 16. He's like, oh, okay.
You're a
It's like, if you really want to
teenager.
serve your country, go to school. I will give Thunderbolt credit for that. It's probably good advice to give to a 16-year-old
True,
who
yeah.
plays harmonica at a nuclear test site. Go back to school. Metal Master, meanwhile, he's visiting countries like one by one to let them know the news that he's the new world conqueror, and he shows them, even in how do they phrase it, in the Near East, they're taking all the oil derricks or whatever these
The
are
oil
called,
rigs and
bending them. He's
Ooh.
making them a little floppy.
and
He goes to
bridges.
the Eiffel
He's
Tower. Or,
uprooting the bridges in Europe.
yeah, I guess this is a bridge. It looks like yeah, that's a bridge. Eiffel Tower doesn't go over water like that.
That's a
It's one of my
cool.
favorite panels because, like, we're zooming out. He's talking, and then, like, before he finishes his whole thought, we're like, the whole globe, he's the only one that matters on it, you know? For now.
Right.
In his opinion.
Oh no.
This is a really weird subplot. So Rick Jones is like, well, I don't want to go to school, and they won't let me join the army. So he meets up with some of his buddies. They're like, we got something to show you. I know that your dad would get a kick out of this. He would have loved this. He's like, oh, I want to be like Rick Jones and be one of the radio boys.
Yes.
So they got their their ham radios, actually. This ham
Yeah.
radio. We can talk to other hams all over the country.
Actually, my dad did get
That's why I brought it up. Didn't you talk
but
about that one?
he didn't. You had to like pass the there's a knowledge part where
Oh, really?
the lingo and speaking, yeah, something that
There's like a licensing process.
yeah, back in the day you had to like pass tests to be able to do.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
You didn't make it?
he did. But I guess my uncle has one now.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so when
He's
it,
carrying on the family tradition.
when the shit hits the fan, they're gonna be talking about all the zombies.
Zombies there too? Yep, over. They're still here. How about over there? Yep, we've still got a lot of them over. Okay, well, I'll check in tomorrow. I like, though, that when he learns about this ham radio, Rick's first impulse is like, hey, I can help everybody.
Yeah, I mean, he
These
is
kids
really
were
a
just
good
like, we
guy.
just like talking to each other.
The Teen Brigade.
Yeah, it's so dorky. We're gonna be the Teen Brigade. It sounds neat. Reet?
I know.
What is that? That must be some Stanley 60s lingo he picked up on the streets.
Yeah.
Reet? I'll buy it.
That's
And
strange.
so the Teen Brigade is born, and the Hulk bashed. I love this sequence.
Oh, that's. You could just hear it in your mind when you're reading, looking at. Oh, and this.
I want to know what
how
happened
happy
between
he
this
was.
panel and that panel. He gets his arm in there, he starts like moving it around to widen the hole.
Oh, and Betty's still worried.
Also, should she be wearing? She's got like a weird nightgown with fringe on or something. It's a weird outfit.
It's an
not
odd
I'm
outfit.
gonna go to work with Dad and wear my nightgown.
She's either like really overdressed, like that's some sort of dinner party outfit, or underdressed, like it's jammies or a robe.
Why does she go to work with her dad at like the rocket
Every
control room?
freaking day.
Does she go to school or have a job or anything?
Right? Oh gosh.
It's over. It's looking a little
Poor
flabby.
guy.
He's been using the
Oh.
ray too often.
We warned about that the very first time he started doing it.
Those toe buttons are just so convenient.
2 buttons calling Hulk.
So Rick is like, you know what? Hulk doesn't need me. I'm going to get all my stuff here and leave. But he sees Bruce looking so pathetic and he has a
Rick, help me.
split-second change of heart. The teenager forgets his anger.
Oh, and
Oh,
it's
what
hurt.
happened?
And look how happy Banner is.
And he has his glasses back. Good thing Rick is around to give him his glasses again.
Boy.
Teen Brigade.
Rick is almost like the conscience of the Hulk and the
glasses fetching.
Yeah,
Hulk.
definitely. But like he keeps Bruce uplifted in a way,
Yeah.
gives him a little motivation to,
Well, he's an orphan. They established later, so maybe, and then way later they established that Bruce has a abusive father, so it's like a surrogate son-father relationship. They both had father issues, so they, it's like they become their own family. Though he often threatens to kill him, just as his dad does to his son from time to time. So I guess it works. This makes no sense to me. So they established that Rick has this teen brigade, and they're helpful because they can rush out of the neighborhood hideout, get on their ham radios and say, hey, we got tubes and circuits from Seattle, and the condensers from Pittsburgh are on their way, and blueprints are on the way. All around the country, people are chipping in. Just because random teenagers in Arizona, or are we in New Mexico? Wherever, they're like, we need stuff. It's for the Hulk and for the Metal Master. I don't know if they mentioned it's for the Hulk, but that we're going to take down the Metal Master. And what he ends up doing with all these parts from all around the country makes absolutely no sense.
He could have just ordered one thing from Amazon and used the box.
Maybe it's just a question of like it has to look realistic enough.
Right.
It seems kind of silly. Use some of the gear he's got in this damn hideout.
Right, because we know that he's in like the Southwest.
Mm-hmm.
So how is
he's
something
on
from
a military
Seattle?
Scientific base.
And even today, you order something from Washington State, it's going to take a full week to get here.
Yeah, 1963, they didn't have overnight free shipping from the Amazon warehouse or whatever. So, people are like, what are we going to do about this Metal Master? He's riding around on this gray square.
He
makes everything wiggly.
Look at his face when he's doing it. He's just...
I know, he's so goofy. He's like cream colored.
Yes.
No hair.
Bizarre.
He's got a beauty mark in this one. He's got the Cindy Crawford going.
Oh, and no nation fails to feel the Metal Master's sting.
Even the Ruskies.
Who... haven't learned?
They brand their rockets quite well, though. Where
that's true.
From.
The helpless fools.
Learn. I like this. He morphs it around him. He doesn't even have to get out of the way.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And I was thinking that didn't detonate whatever the payload was, like tearing it apart.
Or
I guess he's the Metal Master.
Or it didn't make it fall out. When it opens up to more. Wow, yeah,
it's
interesting.
Very Grinchian proportions with this.
Yeah,
his
he
brows
really is.
Almost like the hair going up on the Grinch and that long kind of melting mouth. He makes them all sploshy. All these.
And he just
Russian fighter
streaks
jets.
through him. I mean,
he lets them bail out for safety.
I thought that was interesting how he explains that he lets them bail out because the more people on Earth, the more people he has power over.
Yeah, he says, I'm not merciful, but I need everyone here to serve me. I'm like, do you know how many people are here? You can't keep track of them all. This is like battling children. I'm going to hide behind a cloud so they stop messing with me.
Yes, that was strange.
And then we get another from Earth perspective. The next time I appear, I shall be through toying with these puny humans. When next they see me, I shall have come to take possession of all mankind from behind your cloud.
Yeah.
So in the Southwest, the humans are plotting. The puny humans are working with Hulk.
And the Hulk is making something.
Yeah, in this form, he's being scientific.
Yeah,
so is this technically our first smart Hulk? I mean, he's speaking coherently. He's making this big gun. I have to say, this must have been the inspiration for later Hulk stories where you do see Hulk use like technology and big guns and stuff like in the 80s, 90s era, or like, I guess I'm thinking, are you familiar with the Maestro Hulk, where he's the big old Hulk with the white hair and he's become an evil despot in a dystopian future? We'll have to read that series.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's got his big gun. Look, it's the Hulk. How did he get in there? What was he carrying? It looked like some sort of gun. If he's looking for the Metal Master, he's wasting his time. That gun won't do any good.
So, it's fooled him.
They've spied the Metal Master from rooftop, and they used the telephone this time instead of the ham radios. It's about time!
Oh,
He's
man.
really got his heavy makeup on. He curls his eyebrows up now.
It's almost like he needs a phrase to say, like it's clobbering time, or
So he mounts the gun on his back, I guess, and he's getting in wind relieving pose. He hops
oh
to go
boy.
chase the Metal Master here.
And of course, the army's on the way to watch.
All right, Flyboy, come on down to Earth before I blast you down with this gizmo. This is the Hulk talking. The Hulk, good. Now I shall destroy you once and for all with your own weapon. No matter how powerful that gun is, the metal of which it is made is subject to my every command.
I did not expect this. I really didn't. But when he came out with that gun, I was like, what?
Well, if anybody in the audience is familiar with the earliest Fantastic Four cartoon, which is Herbie instead of the Human Torch, that early, probably 60s animation, this reminds me of their encounter with Magneto. Plays out the same way. So they reused this idea for a couple things. So he's like, well, I'm going to make the gun blow up right in your hands. He's like, you failed, idiot. Now what's going to happen? He's like, let me get closer to it. This usually works. What the?
It's all the smack talking.
He's like, my mental power, it has to explode. I command it to. He gets so upset. He's like, I could level an entire city.
His ego does him in.
I knew it. You ain't all you're cracked up to be. You're a phony. A weak, brainless, ugly phony. Do you hear me? I say you're just a big zero. Such a taunter.
Yeah.
And he's speaking so normally. He's not like Hulk smash and all that.
Right,
He must
right.
explode. Explode, explode! I really like this panel.
Yeah.
Ditko does these close-ups so well. It's like the Squidward close-up kind of thing.
Yes. Oh no.
I
So
like how
we're
he's
back
pacing with his arms behind him.
to Betty. Called every hospital, even the
Even
morgue. That's creepy. That's
General, the
an
Hulk's fighting
intense
the Metal Master.
version of the General.
Well, no wonder Harrison Ford, I think when he did it in the movie, he has a heart attack while he's becoming Red Hulk. He's on edge. Like
Yeah. Every moment of every day.
constantly smoking, probably guzzles coffee.
Mm-hmm.
I love this too. He's like, here, I'll ride up front and be like, yeah, let's go, guys. I'm like, okay, should we go like in a big parade? No, we're gonna go wide this time. It looks impressive. Don't run into each other though. So Hulk's like, all right, I let you stay there and tremble long enough. Now it's my turn. Hey, no, one last chance. I'll strike him with the steel plate I've been standing on. So he's just falling.
Right.
He's like, oh, you think that was going to hurt me? How about this? He says, that fist, that arm. Don't strike me. I'll do anything, but don't hit me. He doesn't even have to beat him up after all that. He's set everything back to normal and no tricks, okay? And so everything becomes unwiggly. He can do it. So he can set everything back to normal from one location. Why did he need to ride his little square all around just to show them
for his
who's
ego.
responsible?
For his ego.
Very silly.
Yeah.
And also, we kind of established that like he's at his wit's end. Like he's getting so tired trying to make this thing bend to his will. Yet he's still got enough energy to set all the things that he's done previously back to normal, like without even recuperating. And then he just takes off. Where will he go? Maybe he'll just try sculpting again. Maybe that's better than trying to take over planets. You did it, but how? What kind of metal was that gun? He says. It wasn't any kind of metal at all, just plastic and cardboard. I painted it to look like metal. It was a bluff that paid off. The whole thing's phony, it's all hollow, but the Metal Master never suspects. It's like, why did you need capacitors or whatever, and vacuum tubes, and they don't appear to be on the cardboard. It's so stupid. It's like a weird continuity. Like, it's not technically a continuity error, but like, why did you set that plot point up?
Right.
The kids were like, oh, wow, I really wanted to feel like I contributed to your victory, Hulk, but you didn't even need us. Nope. Sorry, kids.
Oh, right. And you think that you could have made like a trebuchet or something to knock him off of his metal plate, and then arrows old-fashioned wooden arrows or spears, made out of.
Or at the very least, at the end, be like, yeah, I knew I didn't need all those capacitors and stuff. I just needed to keep you kids out of my hair. Or some joke like that. But they don't even explain it.
Right.
I guess you kids deserve most of the credit. If you hadn't rounded up all that junk I needed to make that gun, it would have been too late. But you didn't use any of the junk, Hulk. I wish they would have said that.
Right. And here comes the army.
Army's coming. Whoop! It's just like Batman and Superman.
It is.
Brave and the Bold we read. It's weird. You can almost see his bottom teeth.
Oh,
And
yeah.
his eyes are all blacked out. Very
His
monstrous.
lips are chapped.
He's giving him the
And
side
right here, that the kids are telling him, and that's what happened, sir. The Hulk beat the Metal Master. He saved the whole Earth. Well, I'll be. And then right away.
He's just going to go back to persecuting him.
Exactly.
That's pretty cool transformation.
That's a nice panel. Yeah. Uh-oh.
6 different versions at least.
But he's still the Hulk.
So here's something that happens from time to time in the history of the Hulk of like, I thought I was going to turn back. Everything's plugged in. Yeah, I used my toe button. All the toe buttons are working. He's like, maybe I shouldn't bathe myself in gamma radiation every day.
Several times a day.
And his head's getting even more like right angle-ish.
Yeah, it is.
So unaware of Bruce's plight, Betty is going to a newsstand and like, yeah, he usually buys his newspaper and I haven't seen him for a while. These kids
But
are
the
like,
teenagers know her. So is she a teenager?
right? And they're like, they know to get on the radio, be like, oh, let's send the word that she's looking for Bruce.
Right.
And he's like, I got some big news from Washington too. Another goofy way to wrap this series up is, you got a pardon because you defeated the Metal Master. He's like, I'm going to be Hulk forever. He's like, a pardon? Is that the best they can do? I saved the whole blamed planet. That's a very thing.
Yes,
I
it is.
saved the whole blamed planet, and all they can do is pardon me. Miserable, ungrateful humans. He's looking so funky.
Yeah, he is.
Lumpy. What good is
and then
a pardon going to do me now? It's too late. Everything's too late. Hulk, down. Take it easy. Take it easy. Ha! He says, take it easy. I'll show you how I'll take it easy. I'll show the whole crummy world. It's
there
like
he
he's getting
goes.
angrier, and
And-
that what makes him turn back to human.
Yeah.
We're in reverse now.
He's letting the anger out. So.
Yeah. Don't they say though, if you like punch a pillow, it just makes you angrier? Like they say
Oh,
that,
really?
that maybe that's not a good way to take out your anger. I don't know. I'm normal again. I'm Bruce Banner. The ray did work. It just had a delayed reaction. Just give it
Okay.
a sec. That's what makes you so edgy. Is all the pain and anguish.
Oh, poor guy.
Here's your glasses and your can of beans.
Right. Oh no. So
Thunderbolt's
see, it
watching
didn't
the wavy
last long.
lines.
It's like, so they pardoned the Hulk of all the lunkhead decisions. Oh, so
He's like, what? Where have you been, Bruce? He's like, I felt sick, so I went to Bermuda. You know, like when
Right.
you get sick, you take a vacation.
and then yeah.
He's
Wait a
wearing
minute.
his purple Hulk suit, though.
Right.
And Thunderbolt's like, oh, yeah, you would take a vacation while the whole world is going to be taken over by the Metal Master.
He calls her dear here, but was it back with Rick when they were talking about Betty's looking for him? And what did he say, poor kid or something?
Yeah, I think she's supposed to be a little younger than him. Because he's like a full-grown scientist, and he's not as old as Thunderbolt, but like, he's like a guy with a career.
Right.
She goes to work with her dad every day. She can't be that old.
Right.
Bruce, I know there was more to your absence. So she's kind of on to him. Like, you can tell me if you're the Hulk. Can't tell you anymore because you mean too much to me. As for the Hulk, let's hope that he is gone now forever. Will he be, though? We're back in the
Uh-oh.
hideout here. The gamma ray machine. It grows more unpredictable each time it's used. If Doc has to face it again, what will happen next time? Well, we'd have to jump to issue 102 here, because one thing that's weird about this is, as I mentioned at the start of the video, this now is the end of the Incredible Hulk's first run in 63. Then he's moved over to Tales to Astonish number 60, where Rick Jones does not even make an appearance, nor does the Gamma Machine. So they kind of just pick up, they don't totally reinvent the character, but it's Jack Kirby again drawing it, and the character looks more rounder.
Right.
Maybe we'll revisit that. That might be fun to do as a second Hulk segment. Is like the Astonish years.
Yeah.
Maybe not do all of them. 'Cause
Interesting.
There's a couple dozen, I think.
So they're trying out a lot of different things here with his
See what
characters.
sticks.
See what sticks. Yep.
So.
Yep.
So if we really want to get a fully become full Hulk experts, we're gonna have to do the different eras because we'll have to take a pit stop in the Tales to Astonish, see him actually link his transformation to his emotions for the first
Right.
time, and then maybe do some of those Peter David issues later through the decades that really got into his psychology and the Great Hulk and everything.
Yeah.
If you'd like to see that, please comment and like our video, and thanks for watching.